Hi everybody, this is Jay Stargaard, international artist and owner of Stargaard Art. Today's a little bit of a different day, so I wanted to share a story about healing and choosing faith. So 11 days ago, I got into an accident in my shop, and I can't relive it, so I'm not gonna tell you the specifics about it, but what I will say is that I was just doing something really quick and I did not put a glove on, and so what ended up happening is I broke 2 bones. I have lacerations all across my hand and severed several tendons in my hand. I was in the ER within an hour, and my reconstructive surgery was 3 days later. All of that part went really well, and I wanted to extend my gratitude to the healthcare providers. I have been so blessed every step of the way, and the quality, the capability, the excellence and kindness of these healthcare professionals, especially because we're in the midst of the COVID-19 lockdown. I still have the removal of stitches and the rehab to go. Where I feel like the most healing needs to happen is in my mind. It's mentally. That's where the work is for me. And our mind creates our personal truth and our expression of who we are in this world, in this lifetime. And it's where we get to choose what we think and therefore what our lives are going to be like. I wholeheartedly believe I create my reality. And owning that I'm responsible for what happens in my life, man, that can sometimes mess with me. You know, I'm totally responsible for what happened to my hand. And the interesting thing though is that as I take responsibility, the blame, the shame, the resentment, you know, the beating up on myself for how I could have done things differently or should have done, or the anger, all of that stuff, the resentment, it just softens. It's an interesting thing that doesn't look logical, but the feeling of it is relief. It's relief. A butterfly just flew across the window right there. Yeah. I've had enough experience in my life. For me, it's simple. It's not easy, but it's simple. Loving, good feeling thought equals a good future. Crappy, fearful thoughts, depression, here I come. That's straight line. Choosing my thoughts is everything to me. And I am moment to moment asking myself what the next best feeling thought is, so I can have as much fun as possible, to be as happy as I possibly can. It's moment to moment when it matters. You know, it's in looking forward with new thoughts that there's love and joy and a future that I'm eager for. one of the things that I do when my mind jumps into the thought of like seeing what happened to my hand over and over and over, I'm starting to be able to really breathe and not let it get to me as much. But you know, it's that time and place where sweat beads over your body instantly, and the anxiety is just totally dominating. And you know, in these moments, I've been fortunate enough to see this tape playing. I see this tape playing and I stop it. And you know, just enough to where I can come up and take a breath, because, you know, like I felt like I was underwater, and I take a breath and I have a second and I implement one of my strategies, which is spelling words and anything I can find in front of me. You know, I'll spell pillow, Pillow, window, Window, bed, bed. It doesn't matter what it is. I'm just doing it. And that is soothing and calming. And you know, you get the picture with that. And once I calm down, you know, out of one of these episodes that I had the other night, I still had some fear coming up that I was going to see it again. And so I started looking up definitions of words, and one just led into the other. You know, it started with art, and then trust, and these words that automatically popped into my head, and I got to trust, and I just felt like it wasn't quite enough. And then what came into my head was the word faith. And I was like, oh, you know, what does that really mean? And its definition, and I'm going to read it straight out, is faith is complete trust or confidence in someone or something. And, you know, I was in tears as I read that. I mean, do you feel that? That smooth, that feeling of possibility began to bloom in my heart when I read that. And you know, I heard myself say shit at that same time, like the resistance came up, you know, and it scared me because how do I let go of control enough to float helplessly in the arms of faith? And then I realized, holy cows, I equated faith with being helpless. So I am taking that opportunity to rewire that. This is such a blessing. This is such a blessing, because it's not about being helpless. You know, what's the opposite of that? That's empowerment. That's empowerment, that the energy that creates worlds are behind me and within me and flowing through me. That is that love, that source energy, knowing that is moving through me. That is a place of empowerment. That is my new faith. That's big. That's really big. Big fan of Esther Hicks and Abraham. And Abraham encourages us to daydream our future into being. And Brene Brown says that our minds like to latch on to a story. And through that, the healing comes. And so I am creating a new story for myself. One of knowing that everything is always working out for me. One of knowing that when things are broken, I rebuild them more beautiful and better and stronger. I know this is an opening to create room for a new architecture inside of me that allows the divine to flow through my mind, body, and hand, you know, from my heart, flowing through me to create my life and my artwork like I never have before. What is coming, I can feel it, and I am so just like there's the joy, there's the hope, there is the excitement for what is coming. I am really looking forward to what is coming. There's a part of me that's scared. There's a part of me that's like, yeah! There's a part of me that's all mixed up, but the resonating feeling that I have is this resonance that just, it feels really good. My new story includes faith. A faith that the most exciting things of my life and the greatest art that I have to create yet is still to come. I'm in. My new story has me leaping into the arms of faith in the ocean of the divine with ease, grace, and flow. That's my new story.
Don't forget to do something creative and have fun, because that's the pathway of the divine. And subscribe and hit the notification button so that you can receive more Stargaard art videos. Okay, it's time to pick a video. Which one are you going to pick? That one? That one's pretty good. This one here, though, that's my favorite. And this one's super fun. All right, Stargaard, signing out.